Hello and welcome back to It's Queer Magic. I am your host, Kierbo. Hey, good to see you, looking good. And today I'm just going to go over a few tips for Eclipse Season Survival. This is not a Eclipses 101. We're not talking about all of the lore and the reasons and the what. Hey, we're not doing that. If you'd like more information about eclipses, you should look up an astrologer you trust and see what they have to say about it. Absolutely. Today, I just want to deliver some helpful hints, some tips and tricks to make it through eclipse season with grace, to learn your lessons, to receive your downloads, to receive your blessings, and to really let this energy be as transformative for you as it's trying to be. So, of course, there's an eclipse happening right now. Boo! It's right now. The Aries solar eclipse is happening, but we're talking about this because eclipses don't come alone. They usually come in pairs, sometimes more than that, but that's a rare occasion, whatever. So we have the time between eclipses. We consider this is eclipse season. And it's not just like today, the day before the eclipse, the day after the eclipse, right? It's not like a moon, like a full moon or a new moon where you just have a couple of days. It's this whole big amount of time, like a week, 2 weeks. Some people feel eclipses coming a month in advance, right? So it depends on what your experience is, but they're here for a time. So these are some tips that are going to just give you some actionable items, some things that you can do to make sure that you are prepared. It's not a horrible nightmare. Eclipses are not a horrible nightmare. They can be volatile. They can be extremely dynamic. They can be accompanied by disruption, by destabilization, by changes inside and outside of us. But there's no reason to sit and live in fear of the eclipse because ultimately they are trying to help all of us, not just me, not just you, not just America, not just Europe. They're trying to help life, right? And so we have a lot of energy around us and inside us really activated during eclipse season. So these are some tips, some of my tricks that work for me. And at the end of this, I have a reading for you by not by the sign, but by the element. So we'll be doing earth signs, air signs, fire signs, and water signs. And if you are just interested in the reading, then pop ahead to that and I'll see you later. But if you want to hear the tips, stick around and we'll jump into it. Here we go. So my first tip with handling eclipse energy is rooted in the reality that it is a wildly tumultuous time and it is intense. There's a lot of energy and not everything is within our control. And of course, it really shouldn't be. That's good and natural. But the best way to handle yourself when the energies are that intense and swirling around everywhere, it's a lot of energy, is to take it easy, right? You do not have to cancel your job. You don't have to call in sick. You don't have to take off all of your responsibilities from your platter. But I do invite you to take a look at what it is that you are engaging in. What are your responsibilities, everything that you have decided to take on, and make sure that you have the energy for them. Anything that you can release because it's not yours to do. It's not your problem. It's not your, even in your skill set. Like sometimes we end up with responsibilities that we shouldn't have. And sometimes we can do something about that and sometimes we can't. And if we can't, that's okay. It does not mean the eclipse is going to kill you. But I do invite you to take a look at everything that you're trying to do right now and just make sure that you have the energy to complete it or to engage with it. And anything that doesn't need your attention, that is an extra bonus that you're just doing to feel like you're being productive or to get ahead of schedule or, any of those things that aren't necessary. And there is a little space to put things off, to reschedule, or to reallocate those responsibilities to someone else. During eclipse season, I highly recommend doing that. Find a way to pare down what it is that you have to pay attention to if you are feeling overwhelmed. If you've taken a look at your responsibilities and still feel super confident and want to engage in them, you should. Don't take this as hard and fast advice. If you can do it and you need to do it, you should do it. You don't stop your life every time there's an astrological event, right? But take it easy is also on your body. It's also on your mind and your emotions. You are likely going to be experiencing emotions that you have been ignoring or that have been really at the back of your subconscious or that are brand new but have been waiting for you to have a second to look at them, right? So there's a lot internally, a lot of internal turmoil that is possible and probable during eclipse season. So taking it easy on yourself, upping the compassion, upping the self-care, upping the hydration and nutrition, just making sure that you are taking care of your physical form, that you are resting and recuperating and utilizing the tools in your toolbox for de-stressing is going to help you through this. And that's my first tip. Just please try to take it easy. My next tip is a funny one because I feel like guides, spirit guides say this all the time. And I think it's funny because I don't know that it's actually helpful. But tip number 2 is don't panic and don't worry about it. Again, the spirit guides are like, don't worry about it, babes. We got you. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm an ape. I'm worried about it. So it's okay, right? But I do want you to hear from me that you don't have to panic, that the astrology is not trying to kill you. It's not trying to destroy anything that belongs here, that is rooted in the truth. And of course, it can be scary to know that there are some ways that you are living that are not rooted in your truth. And to see an eclipse coming and think it's going to have me look at that. Sure, that's scary. And it could feel apocalyptic. It could feel life ending. But ultimately, it's trying to free you from this box that you're living in. It's trying to free you from the life that you have constructed for yourself that you're not happy with. So of course there can be fear around the eclipse. There can be a lot of tension, but you don't have to panic. And if it's too much, if you're watching this like, oh my God, this is a lot. I don't know. If you're scrolling and you're like, everyone's talking about the eclipse and it's so scary and I don't know if I can engage with this, baby, don't engage with it. It's okay. You do not have to have a ritual. You don't have to light a candle. You don't have to do anything. Just eat some cookies, get some vegan ice cream and go to bed. It's okay. You can opt out of this. It will affect the world around you. It will affect you in the way that it's going to affect you. And there's really nothing else to it. If you want to do more with the eclipse, you can. Sure. But if you are not someone who's necessarily used to that or understand what that even means, then don't. And if you're afraid, if you're scared, check out of it. It's optional. All of astrology is optional. If it's useful for you, good. If it's not useful for you, find a useful tool, right? So that's my next tip. Doesn't feel like a tip. I know. I have the same complaint when I hear it from spirits. They're like, don't worry. I'm like, okay, helpful. Thank you. But I need you to hear, don't worry about it. It is okay. Tip number 3 is to try your very best. And I know this is hard. I know it's hard, but please try your best to not ignore your feelings. If your main coping mechanism is to numb out in some way and you have the capacity to maybe not do that as often during eclipse season, it might be a good idea. I'm not talking to people who are not in a place to put down the coping mechanisms that they use to numb, right? If you are in a place where if you don't do that, you're not well, you can't function. It's not, I urge you to trust yourself over me, who is a literal stranger on the internet, right? Please follow your prescriptions, follow your doctor. Don't listen to my ass. It's not necessary. If you know that you need it to live, then baby, I want you to have it, do it. But if you're someone who is like me, where I do, medicate in ways or use coping mechanisms that numb me when I'm feeling really activated, eclipse season, for me, I just kind of shift the way I use it. If I'm having a feeling, it's usually, and it's eclipse season, and there's something happening, it's usually something that needs to be looked at. That's the point, right? Our feelings right now, the emotions wrestling up, the realizations wrestling up, they need our attention and they are here for our well-being, right? And this is like a clarity moment. And a lot of times, at least for me, I need to be able to feel that all the way, to let it get me to the point of crying, to let it almost hurt, sometimes even good things hurt. And then I turn to my coping mechanism or my numbing agent to kind of deal with the aftercare and the aftermath of like having the realization, crying it out, maybe journaling. And sometimes I don't even journal until after I have, done what I need to do. So I'm not saying put down all of your coping mechanisms and just like ride through the world raw dog style. Like, I don't think you have to do that. I'm just saying, please do not ignore the emotional experience that you're having during eclipse season, because it is likely very important and it is likely offering you an amount of clarity that you have not had access to. This is big energy. It is like if you have been living a life where you are like married to someone and realize that you actually are like gay, right? Or if you have been living a life where you are doing a spiritual business and you are like, in reality, your whole heart says, I want to be doing accounting. I want to start a different business. I actually want to go work for this company because I love it. You won't be able to ignore that anymore with eclipse energy, right? It's going to say you want to live your life the way that is good for you. You want to live your life in the way that makes you feel fully expressed and aligned and purposeful. And the eclipse is just going to uncover everything that is not rooted in the truth inside of you. And that can hurt to look at. And you could need your coping mechanisms. And I am right there with you. And I engage in them as well. But when it's eclipse season, just try to pay attention, try to listen and feel your feelings so that they do not have control over you, so that you can let them bloom inside of you and then dissipate into whatever it is they're trying to transform into, or so that you can receive the information that they are actively trying to give you to straight up just make your life better. Okay? So that's the next tip. Please just pay attention to the way that you're feeling. The last tip is to engage in some kind of protection work that resonates with you. I don't think that you need to be super concerned about curses and hexes if you're not somebody who like knows who could be throwing those curses and hexes at you. If you are like just starting on your journey, it's just not a big deal, right? You don't have to do like a reversal spell if you're not feeling called to do that, right? If you're feeling called to engage in like anti-evil eye or reversing spells, blocking, if you are you're actually dealing with negative energy being actively sent to you, then again, listen to your own self, listen to your own sense and do what you need to do. But if all of a sudden you've never thought about that, it was not on your mind, I've just said it, and now you're like, I've never thought about that, I probably should do 3 of those. Maybe not right now. Maybe don't get wrapped up in it. But I really do recommend having some kind of protection work. Again, it's really just because there's so much going on. There's so much energy. There are so many people and so many energies and entities that exist in the world, and they're not all good. They don't all care about you, just like all people don't want the best for you. There are spirits that don't want the best for you. There are energies that just happen to be energies that don't care about you or think about you or notice you as they're moving by you, but moving by you has an effect on you, right? So there's a lot of things that could be happening, and there's no point, again, the other tip was don't panic. There's no point in panicking. Just engage in whatever protection that works for you. If you are like, I want to do protection and I want to do protection and I don't know what to do. I'm scared, right? I don't know. Just engage in a protective affirmation, right? I am protected. All the benevolent energies that guide me through this life surround me, support me, and protect me. No low vibrational energies and entities will pass through my energy field, right? Just that will work. If you want to buy someone's, protection oil or protection spell, please go small business wild and pick up those from your favorite witches. But if you don't have anything, you can literally put some salt in some water in a little spray bottle and spritz yourself and your home. That's enough. Just say out loud or in your head, this home is protected. This space is protected. And we're going to get into protection stuff. I am going to help you learn this if you don't know how to do it. But there's no point in dropping everything to try to learn the spell tonight. Just do a sound bowl, play a sound bowl for, dissipating negative energy or raising vibrations or protection from Spotify. Play that on your speakers. That works. Ring a bell if you have a bell, right? Walk around your home clapping your hands, banging pots and pans, making a noise, elevating the energy, right? Dip your fingers in a little bit of the salt water and make a protective sigil on your door. Just the pentacle will work. The pentagram will work. Bow, 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 bow. Wow, you got it. Protection. As long as you are saying, please protect me, this is for protection, it is enough. If you're someone hypersensitive, I would cover your head. If you're someone hypersensitive, I would, before you go to work, before you engage with other people, you're going out, sit in visualization and put a protection bubble around yourself. Wear a charm or a crystal that feels protective, right? It doesn't have to be like you have to learn a whole new set of tools just to survive eclipse season. Just do what you have to do. Try in any way to have some baseline protective intention. And intention isn't actually everything. Ingredients also aren't actually everything. And again, we're going to get into this, but for now, just take a deep breath, put your hands on your heart, feel the energy, and declare yourself protected. Or ask your benevolent energies, the benevolent spirits that guide you, the elevated spirits that guide you, to protect you. And that is enough for the beginning, I promise. Those are my tips for eclipse season. Stick around for the reading. We're going into that next. And I hope that you have such a beautiful, transformative eclipse season. I hope this Aries solar eclipse delivers you all of the truth that you need to live in a life that has you feeling alive, that has you feeling like your desires are met, like you are purposeful in this life, like you belong, because you do, and you are. And the only difference, the only thing that needs to shift in order for you to feel it is to feel it. So hopefully the eclipse will help you there. And hopefully you get through it with so much grace, with so much ease, and you come out on the other side transformed into a fully expressed, new, elevated version of yourself. All right? Love you so much. Stick around and we'll get into the readings.